Mohammed Najib is a journalist, war correspondent and security analyst. Is joining us from Ramallah. Mohammed, welcome to the show. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg denounced Hamas's attack, but said Israel's response must respect international law. Similar calls were made by the US and some countries in the West. What will happen if Israel does not listen, or, as Biden said, too engrossed in rage to listen?
Yes, on the 25th day of the war, and with the expansion of the Israeli armed forces ground incursion today on several areas of the Gaza Strip, the number of casualties significantly increased because the Israelis bombing residential areas, as you just mentioned, in Jabalia refugees camp, where there's some killed, others injured, and some still missing under the rubble. So it is a catastrophic situation when they fall 6 bombs, each one 1 ton. So that is a problem for the Palestinians. And the Palestinians say that the highest number of casualties that happened in this war compared to previous Israeli wars against Gaza, which exceeded 8,500 casualties, more than 20,000 injured, with the shortage of capabilities for the hospitals to host or to absorb injured and to handle that. And Israel continue the closure of crossing borders with Israel and with Egypt, so they don't allow the evacuation of the injured to be treated, and to allow the entrance of the medical supplies to Gaza. So that is against the international war laws, but Israel don't want to listen to anyone to ceasefire, humanitarian ceasefire, or allow the entry of the fuel that is necessary for the functioning of the hospitals. And on the 25th day, it is like a real humanitarian catastrophe happens in Gaza.
Mohammed, let's talk about these rebels who are at the border with Israel, the Houthis, who are equipped with advanced weapons from Iran or Iranian design, launched 4 land-based missiles and 14 drones north towards Israel. Critics say that Houthi missile launches at Israel risk reigniting war in Yemen. So what impact will this have on the current war if proxies say enough is enough and join the fight?
Yeah, it's not surprising to see the Houthis firing missiles or sending drones against Israel, because the Hamas said from the beginning that what they call the resistance acts, which is Houthis in Yemen, Hezbollah in Lebanon, and Iranians in Syria, and Hamas and the Islamic Jihad in the Gaza Strip are fighting together. So if it is the Israelis targeting Hamas in Gaza, they will not leave Hamas fighting alone or facing the Israeli excessive force alone. They said they will join the battle. And this was a concern by Israel right now since 25 days, that if Hezbollah join the battle, then the things will be catastrophic for Israel. It says it can fight on 2 fronts, but it is a security burden to fight on the north front against Hezbollah and against Hamas in the south. And if the Houthis in Yemen also join, or Iranian joins, or others in militias, pro-Iranian militias in Syria, they join also, that will be a regional war. And that was a big concern for Israel, for the region, and for the international community as well.
Mohammed, very quickly, now that we've mentioned that this will be a big effect to Israel, what about to Palestine or to Gaza? What impact would that have when these proxy organizations or rebels join the fight?
Yeah, it's for Hamas, it's a support for them, and they feel they are not alone, and they can distract the Israeli concentration on the Gaza Strip. I will give you an example that since the outbreak of this war, Israel also heavily cracked down on the West Bank, arresting all Hamas activists to avoid their involvement in fighting against Israel. So Israel wants really to concentrate on Gaza. They don't want to be distracted with the West Bank, with Hezbollah, with others in Yemen, with or Iranian militia in Syria. But Israel doesn't decide everything. So if it is continue bombing the civilians and killing the civilians, then the region cannot keep silent. And we hear that also Hassan Nasrallah, the leader of Hezbollah, said he's going to address his speech on a Friday. So we don't know what he's going to say, but it's almost or likely that Hezbollah will not keep watching if Israel deepen its ground incursion inside the Gaza, and the people and the world see and the region see the significant increase of casualties among Palestinian civilians in Gaza, and continue the closure and the blockade, because the people see this is a war against the civilians, not against Hamas only.
All right, I've been talking to Mohammed Najib, a journalist, war correspondent and security analyst from Ramallah. Mohammed, thank you for talking to us today.
Thank you, sir.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.